Good morning. It's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. Sunday morning, just got home from church. The opening little video there is what it looks like outside. The temperature has been falling. When we went to church this morning, it was still over freezing and it was raining. When we came home, the temperature was down below freezing. It was snowing / sleeting. So we're home. We're staying home. Tomorrow morning, we're supposed to wake up to single digits, and then the temperature will rise into the teens. Sounds like good weather to stay home. So after I did my video last night, I just sat in my chair and I didn't do much of anything. I kept thinking, okay, I need to start this. Yeah, I need to work on that. Yeah. I did start 2 items though. The first one I started, oh dear, I didn't get the other piece. I don't know where it went. Okay, we will have to insert a picture over here of the bear that I designed last week. And I need to make version 2.0 to check my pattern. I already found one mistake. I have it typed up and working from my typed. I found one mistake so far. But this one is going to be wearing I start with blue. A blue and white striped shirt, which will deplete, hopefully, all of this shade of blue in my scrap bag. And then looking at the other shades of blue that I had, trying to figure out what I could do with them. And I thought, if I take the royal blue and the darker blue, I can make a crayon. This is a pattern by EKG Crochet. A little bit of trivia. She's local to me. Probably 10 years ago or so, a local store, like Overstock Outlet, they would have weekend vendor shows where they would let crafters come in for free and set up their table in the foyer, so as shoppers came in, they could shop with these vendors. And one week, there were 3 of us there, and she was on one side, and another local lady named Gail, who I still keep in touch with, was on the other side. So this is one of Erin's patterns, Erin from EKG. So I worked on those 2 a little bit. Oh dear, where did my crochet hook go? There it is. But for the most part, once I got working, I pulled out my scrappy blanket. And I got a lot done on it. I actually, let's see, where is the gold? I think I was done about here. So I got maybe 8 inches done out last night. I'll put up a picture of what it looks like now. I think I'm at about 40 inches before I break for the neck. So I'm getting there. I'm making progress on this. I do hope to get in some more work on it this week. And I'm hoping to get the scrap, the twins finished off. There's little bits here, little bits there. So over the course of the next few days, I'll be working on scrappy projects using up the scrap yarn. What's really going to be challenging this week is figuring out meals, since I haven't been out shopping. We are running low on a bunch of stuff, but the freezer and the pantry are pretty well stocked, so there may be some interesting meals, but we'll get by. Hoping I can hold off till Friday to shop when it warms up a bit and the roads are a little bit clearer. when we were coming home from church, the anti-lock brakes did kick in. So it's not pleasant to be out there on the roads today. I didn't really have a whole lot to talk about today. I just thought, okay, before I change out of my church clothes, before I start working on dinner, I'll just do a little recap, even though I don't have any completed projects to show, just the 2 that are started up. I do have to get going on labeling items for my craft show, which is now less than 3 weeks away. Just going through the bags of stuff I want to take, and I have to figure out what I'm taking. Yeah, definitely dinosaurs, definitely axolotls, definitely butter lambs. Yeah, it's a Buffalo show. It's a local show. Got to have the butter lambs. I probably should try to make up another 5 or 6 butter lambs, especially the smaller ones, for the show, because I think they will go well. Other than that, it's just plugging away at using up the scrap yarn and catching up. Yesterday, I did get all caught up with putting links in my videos. And I think I updated 2 Etsy listings. So that's good. That's progress. I do still have a lot of laptop work to do. We had those credit card issue. Now it would be almost 2 weeks ago, where there was a fraudulent charge on my card. So we had to get a new card. Well, there are a dozen websites that I have to go to and change the credit card information now. And that's a pain. So I'm sort of dragging my feet on doing that. I am still doing well at avoiding yarn purchases. Joanne's keeps sending me all these, save 20%, save on this, save on that. They did have the 5-pound boxes of fiberfill as a doorbuster. And I debated on whether to try again. The 5-pound boxes weren't as much of a bargain as they had on the 20-pound boxes, but that would tide me over for a while. Fiberfill I'm going to need a refill within a few weeks. Suppose I could just go back to Walmart. I could order the 20-pound box from Walmart.com. It's just a few dollars more than the Joann's doorbuster had been. It's just, that is going to be a big expense. So I'll just wait on that. So this is pretty simple here. I'm just doing linked double crochets where instead of yarn over, I go through the bar on the double crochet and pull up a loop there, and then back loop only, double crochet. So that gives me some nice texture on this. When I was looking at it from across the room, it's like, oh, that's cool. You can actually see the texture. You can see all those lines in there. Now I'm into an interesting color combination. This is a tubular pink. I think it's left over from a kit when I made a bunny, because it's not regular wound yarn. It's the knit tube, and there's also a strand of green worsted weight on the other one. I'm going to need to make some more scrap balls soon too. This ball, when I started last night, was huge. It probably was 8 inches across. And now I'd say it's down to about 4 inches across. So another day or so and I'll have to switch off to my next scrap ball. Let's see, how is the dark ball doing? Dark ball is probably about 3 inches. So this is definitely a yarn eater, but it's all scrap yarn. So that's being very helpful. I'm cleaning out some of my stash, cleaning out some of the piles that I have around here, and I am going to have a wonderfully warm blanket to get me through the winters with sleeves. This is a variation on a snuggle blanket that has a YouTube tutorial. I believe it's Pamela's Adoring Crochet. She made her blanket with worsted weight yarn and I think a J crochet hook. And I am using 2 strands of worsted weight or whatever together. Time to turn it around. Got to the end of my row. 2 strands of worsted weight. Oops, my yarn is tangled in the blanket here. I want to keep it flowing smoothly. Here we go. 2 strands of worsted weight and a great big P crochet hook. Yep. What did I do here? I got sort of twisted around. Why do I have an extra loop? Sorry. Paying more attention to my yarn than I am to you guys. Because I'm trying to make sure I get the row started right. There we go. She's off and running. So this week seems like it'll be a good week for some nice hearty stews and chili. We haven't had chili in a long time. So that might be on the agenda this week. I know that I have ground beef in the freezer. I know that I have like tomatoes and beans in the pantry. So I can always make a pot of chili. Let's see. I don't think we have any chicken in the freezer anymore. We do have some pork chops, lamb chops, ground lamb. It's probably time for a lamb dinner again. Probably make some lamb chops and Greek potatoes and a Greek salad. I think we still have lettuce in the fridge. So there we go. I've got like 3 meals planned for the week. And there's always spaghetti and meatballs or spaghetti with red clam sauce. I keep the ingredients on hand for those. I don't think I have gluten-free raviolis in the freezer, so I won't be able to do raviolis. There's always fish sticks. Gluten-free fish sticks are pretty expensive, but I'm going to try something new. When I was at Save-A-Lot, that's one of our discount grocery stores, they had wild-caught cod, frozen at sea, all wrapped up in these nice individually wrapped like little packets for each little fillet. So I'm going to try to make my own gluten-free fish fillets using those. Oh, I just switched over. It went from we went from pink to orange, and now I have the green worsted and homespun in sort of a blue tan combo. Yeah, every once in a while I toss some homespun in there too instead of worsted. These are really scrappy balls. Hope I'm still getting my crocheting up in the picture frame. I'm looking down more than looking at my camera, especially here when I'm working with the homespun. It's a little harder to see the stitches and do the linked double crochet because it's all sort of fuzzy. so it's hard to see where the bar of the double crochet is to pick up my stitch. So, pardon me if I don't do as much eye contact. I suppose I should go out to the living room, work on my other projects. Those would be taking counting and color changes and all that. So I figured I could work more easily on this where it's so repetitive. Let's see. Chicken is in the crock pot for dinner today, so it will be a quick meal. I was thinking of cooking up some pasta, making a pasta salad. Houston, we're running into a problem here. One of my dark balls of yarn is getting all tangled up with the yarn that I'm working with. This is getting to be a mess. Oh dear, I probably should have put these in a Ziploc bag so that they didn't interfere with the other. And now I have a tangle. So, I think I will sign off to deal with my mess and to deal with dinner. Oh, it's such a tangle here. Some of these are cakes. Okay, this one might. Maybe once I get this one out, it'll help with the others. Do I have an empty bag around here someplace? Okay. This one's getting dumped so that I can put my spares into that bag and not have them tangling with my working yarn. I should have known better than this. Trying to work with, or having these balls rolling around in the basket when there were other yarns. Also, oh, this is the one I'm working with, Dolph. Okay, so that one doesn't need to be wound up. How's this one? This one is clear. So it's just the purple one that's causing me some grief. If I can get that purple untangled, then it should be smooth sailing. Problem is, the purple is in a cake, and both ends of the cake are involved in this tangle. If I could find an end, that might help. Oh, who have I deceived? Because what a tangled mess we weave when first we practice to deceive. Was I trying to deceive my yarn here? Okay, I had found an end. Okay. Bye-bye. I got a mess to work on. Thank you for watching.